We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Rome, joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, we get a pretty decent card. I have a feeling we're going to get a couple of rainouts in the MLB, but we still got a full MLB card minus the 4 games that might get rained out. Then we have 2 Game 7s today in the NHL. We get a Game 7 in the NBA, so we get a lot of Game 7 today. It's the 2 best words in sports. And then we get Game 1 between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. So it should be a fun series starting there. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. What went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting. And I'll have Tim go first so you can you recap, and I'll have all my numbers set up and ready to go, my exact numbers when.
Yes, because we'll look at some of the games, but there was some cool events that happened yesterday. I know Nick's not going to be happy with one of them, but we'll talk about it anyway. I'll go through the plays real quick. Soccer went 2-1 yesterday. Completely missed on the under in the Crystal Palace game. That one finished 4-3. I had the under 2.25. Wasn't close. Brentford minus 0.75 was a winner. They won 2-1. The over in the Wolverhampton game was easy. There was 4-0 in the first. Patrick Corbin Day was almost fully successful. We had the Pittsburgh Pirates money line, which was nice. I had the over 9, which pushed. So that was that. We could not have been more wrong, Nick, on that Seattle-Toronto over. Finished 1-0 in the 10th.
Here's the thing, though. When I gave it out, it was flexing. It got voided out, but yeah.
We were expecting flexing. It is what it is. So unfortunately, that one didn't work out the way we wanted to. The over in the A's game. Apparently, the A's have pitching now, or the teams can pitch. That one finished 3-2. We'll talk about that game last because I really want to dig into it, and that one last as well. I love when we absolutely nail a game, Nick. How about the under in Texas and Texas run line? 2-0 yes. Texas final. Could not have been more perfect.
The markets were screaming for that under.
Yes. Angels money line was a loser. The over in the White Sox game was a winner. If we grabbed the Rays run line, that would have been a winner too. I want to quickly pull up because I know I saw a tweet about it. Just kind of the 7th inning of the White Sox game was kind of just how that season has gone for them. So they're on a 9-game losing streak now. The White Sox were up 3-0 going into the 7th inning with a no-hitter going. And then the Rays had to go off and do this. A home run, a strikeout, a single, a double, a walk, a single, fielder's choice, double, walk, single, home run, single, 10-3. That's kind of been the definition of that season for him. So definitely rough for the White Sox. Devils, not good for the Devils. Oilers, though, the over in the Oilers, I should say, was a winner. That one finished 5-4. And, well, you know what? I'm going to actually go over that one, too. The first game we'll talk about that I wanted to dive deeper into from yesterday. 16-11, the Chargers beat the Niners. Oh, sorry, that was the Padres and the Giants. They put up a football score. Holy crap, 16-11. 12 homers in that game. Just an absolute crazy back-and-forth game. Unfortunately, we had the Giants, so that was a loser. I want to go right back to the over today. I don't really see anything changing.
I mean, they scored 27 runs yesterday. There's no way they don't break 20 today.
Anyways, and then we – no, I'm kidding. And then we get my Nuggets. I'll talk about them real quick, and then I'll talk about the one game that Nick doesn't want to. 1-0 Nuggets in the series with a 125-107 win and an absolute dominant performance by the definition of him, Jamal Murray. And then finally, the 19-year drought is over. The Leafs win in overtime yesterday. Unfortunately, we had the over and the Lightning on the site, so sayonara, Lightning. Toronto on to the second round for the first time since 2004. John Tavares overtime goal. I went on to TikTok this morning, Nick, and I believe I scrolled through about 20 videos, and 17 of them were Leafs videos. Just a really cool to see, something like that, and hey, good for them. Good for them, Nick.
And something to take a little bit of euphoria away from Tim for that, who is rooting so hard for the Maple Leafs. With the Maple Leafs winning that series, the team that now has the longest drought of a playoff series win is the Buffalo Sabres.
You're
Sorry, you wanted this Leafs so bad, and now it puts the
what?
In that spot.
Leafs for the cup. I still have my ticket that I put $5 on of the Denver Nuggets and the Leafs both to win the championship, to win $565. I'm down for it.
The Leafs won their cup yesterday, so they're happy.
I mean, the way that they celebrated, it seemed like they did.
Oh, of course. It's always their year, though.
That was pretty cool to see all the stuff going on there. Anyways, by the way, soccer to start the day, it looks like 2-2 most likely, with the lead game going over, the Southampton game going over. Both of those cash. I had Aston Villa plus 0.75, which ended up being a loser. And I had the over in the Man City game. They scored 3 goals in the first 36 minutes, and they haven't scored since. So that one's going to end up being a loser too. End up starting 2-2 in that. Anyways, back to you, Nick, so you could recap.
Yeah. Overall, yesterday would have been a slight losing day. Today is the last day of me writing plays down and not betting them. I'll be back in action tomorrow. I'll be posting plays again tomorrow, and all that fun jazz. Went 2-3 in the NHL. The Devils plus 120 was a loser. Lightning money line in the over 6.5 was a double loser to add on to me losing my 2-unit play on the series, and then an extra 0.4 units on the conference futures, 0.4 units on the cup futures. So overall, a really, really poor result for me for that Tampa Bay game yesterday. Very frustrating. Of course, it's Johnny Tavares absolutely stabbing me in the heart there for that game. But it got better at the end of the night. The Oilers team total over 3.5, the full game over 6.5. Oilers for the cup. I think the Oilers are the team that'll probably be hoisting Lord Stanley at the end of all this. Which the odds for the next round has popped up for that Edmonton Vegas series. Edmonton's $1.50 favorite, even though for the games, if it goes 7, will be in Vegas. In the NBA, went 1-0, laid a little bit of chalk on the Nuggets, and that was easy. 5 down, 11 to go. My futures are looking better in the NBA than they are in the NHL. If the Warriors can win today, I'll have all 3 of my futures alive. In the NHL, I could have only one heading into the next round, and that's Edmonton. Edmonton's the only future I've had that's punched their ticket. I would like New Jersey and Colorado to win their game 7s. But with that being said, baseball would have gone 5-5-1 yesterday, down 0.16 units with a void in there as well. Tigers' first 5 was a winner. That line movement should have told you everything about that game. It's just all the money came in on Baltimore, and the line moved towards the Tigers, and the Tigers end up, I think, closing a favorite in that game. So that was a nice little hit. Pirates' first 5 money line was a push. The team total over was a win, though. The Royals' team total over 2.5 was a winner. They win 3-2. Marlins' first 5 was a winner, and then the end of the night was not great. Oakland, Cincinnati over 7.5 was a loser. Guardians' money line was a loser. Giants money line was a loser. The first 5 under 4.5 in that Texas New York game was easy though, and then LA first 5 was a bad loser, and so was the Cardinals money line. They lose 1-0 in that game. So overall, started off decent. Started off 4-0-1 and ended 5-5-1. So it is what it is.
There you go. There you go. That Man City fish game officially finished a loser. So that's frustrating. 2-2. Now all I have left is Tottenham plus 1.25. Anyways, let's head to the chat, say hi there, and then we'll jump into it. First, love the productive comment. Morning, Twins. Good morning, Noel. Heat money line. Yes,
No.
I like Heat today. You like Padres run line? I like the over. But we'll talk about that game later. Cubs over 4. Twins Royals. See Twins
Over?
Royals. Maybe over. Red Sox Indians over. There you go. Tampa Bay over 5. There you go. And the Cardinals team total over. There you go. That was a loser. Twins Royals. I got you. What's going on, peeps? What's going on? 10 runs in 1 inning for the Rays. Yes. Hey, ESB, let's crush the slate today. Let's get it. Maple Leafs fans are having a parade. Yeah, I saw that. That was fun to see.
And I saw one video that was hilarious. Usually when a team wins a series, they'll start chanting "We want" and then fill in the blank. They weren't chanting "We want Boston." They were chanting "We want Florida."
Smart.
Guys, you realize that that's not a great look. That's saying we're scared of Boston. We're scared of
saying
Boston.
that they want it. No.
That's what that chant looked like. It sounded like they were scared of Boston, which, I mean, Boston, best regular season team in hockey history, and they're going to.
I don't know about you. I would much rather face Florida than Boston.
I know, but if you're being an obnoxious fan base like that, chanting who you want next, you don't choose the lesser opponent. That's just saying we want the easy route. Meh, that just doesn't look good to me. That's just my personal opinion, though.
Whatever. F the Lightning screwed up my parlay. No. Rays red line and Twins run line. There you go. I'm running it back with the Cubs team total over to start the day. Get it. Thinking about Nationals money line since today is Sunday and it's weird things happen on Sunday. I don't like the Nationals today. Pittsburgh. That's good, Noel. I like Steele and the Cubs. Yes. The first 5 money line is too expensive for me. I would have to run line them. I would have to run line that game. I think that's an under game, to be honest. Cash, first game, -2.5 Pirates. Thank you for the beautiful man, Corbin. Corbin really didn't do all that bad yesterday.
He started to pitch well, which is scary. It's the bullpen that keeps giving up runs against for the Nationals when he pitches.
RotoWire showing a lot of games could get rained out today. Correct.
It's showing 4 games. One's already postponed. Mets Braves is already postponed.
Yeah, Cubs should definitely win today. I like the batting lineup from 1-9. Me too. I like the Cubs. Nationals first 5 doesn't sound bad, and Josiah Gray pitched really good versus Mets. I like Pittsburgh. That's just me. Josiah Gray coming off his best start of the year that he was. I'd look towards first 5, but it could be rained out. Could be rain, go away. Seriously. Let's jump into something where we can't get rained out, Nick. We'll start in hockey. And we'll start with the Panthers and the Bruins. The Bruins are -210 with a total of 6. Fire away.
Yeah, I need to find the screenshot I took of this series. For when I filled out my bracket, I did. Yeah, when I filled out my bracket, my pick for this series could be, if I get the right result today, spot on. Because that's what I picked for this series, pre-series.
Florida in 7.
Florida in 7. With that being said, let's take a look at the line move. And let's take a look at line history here. This line opened up at 240 yesterday. It's now down to 213. So a 27-cent line move towards the Florida Panthers in this one. Line opened up at 6 -120. is now at 6.5 minus 118. And my question is, there's no way the Boston Bruins go through the regular season. They get 133 points, break the NHL record, and get bounced in the first round, right? There's not a chance that happens, right? Right?
Correct.
Florida Panthers money line. Down go the big bad Bruins. Let's take a look what you can get with the Florida Panthers here. Plus 191 Florida Panthers. I think this Florida Panthers team, they've got all the momentum in this series. They have come back from down 3-1. If you're looking for props, it starts and ends with Mr. Matthew Tkachuk. Goal scorer prop over 1.5 points. He's going to, it feels like at this point, he's going to will that team to a series win if he has to. And I think probably one of the best things in this series that could have happened was Alex Lyon getting pulled. Bobrovsky's been phenomenal in my bad, not phenomenal. But he's been probably better than Lyon. He's made the saves he's needed to. Obviously, 5 goals allowed. That's not phenomenal. I spoke too quick there. But, I do lean over in this game. I think this could be a back and forth type of game. So maybe if you don't want to go full out on the money line for the Florida Panthers, and I'm actually going to write this one down too because I think this is a good look. Panthers team total over 2.5 at minus 115, I think is a good look as well. I think they get 3 here. The ultimate question is, who is the Bruins going with? Are they going with Ullmark or are they going with Swayman? And I heard a few reports saying that maybe Ullmark hasn't been good the last few days because he's been hurt. And if you're the Boston Bruins and it looks like Ullmark's at 95%, not 100%, you start Swayman. Swayman's the best backup goaltender in hockey. And you keep sitting him on the bench because Ullmark should not start today. It should be Swayman. But for me, this is going to be Florida Panthers money line, Florida Panthers team total over 2.5.
Florida Panthers it is. Let's get it, Nick.
Time to hunt.
Let's get it. Did you want I'll put up the plays on the site for you if you go to the chat. Did you want who do you call it? Florida money line in the over?
I'm just going to take Florida money line. No over. Just Florida money line.
Just wanted to make sure.
I think Bobrovsky can be good today.
Okay. Go to the chat.
Yeah, let's see. What's your favorite MLB play today? We'll get into MLB in a little bit. I want to dive deeper into the card before I give up my best bet. We'll come back to that though. Josiah Gray allowed 5 runs, 3 hits, 6 walks versus the Pirates. That was in 2021. Yeah. Would you take overs in both in the NBA games?
Yeah, I would. I would be more inclined to bet the over in the Knicks game, though, I will say. But I'm not taking a total in either one. I'll be on the Heat and the Kings. But I'm on the Kings all series, so that's not really.
Bruins over 3.5. No. Panthers money line. Bruins gonna piss off a lot of people today. Panthers and 7. Panthers plus 1.5. Avalanche minus 1.5. 2-legger. I like it. Morning, fellas. Took the live over in that Padres game. Got to 27 runs and hit 6 for 6. There you go.
I want to see something.
I think that I'll just go over 6 in the Panthers game. That's fair. See, over 6.5, definitely a good play. Probably scratch that. Panthers plus 1.5 and Avs money line plus 165. I like that. My book has 6. Yeah, it's a 6. I do have the Warriors today. I agree with that as well. The lines are too low. Why are the I mean, the Kings have been that type of favorite all. Actually, they've been a dog at home all series long. Actually, that line's flipped, so we'll see. Cubs, Tampa Rays. We'll get into that a little bit later. FanDuel has 6.5 at +102. Shop around. That over hit in the Suns game. It did. Padres over 21. In my mind, I can't take an over 21 in a baseball game unless it's a college game.
I will say real quick, and then we'll go into the next hockey game. I was just curious to see some player props, some run/RBI props. The cheapest I can get a player at for a singular run or RBI is -250 to get one. That is bonkers. That in order to get plus money for any of them, you have to go to 2.5, over 2.5 for them. That is insane. Just figure out throw that one out there. All right. We'll go ahead and move on to the other game. Sorry. And it's the Avalanche. They're -$2 favorites at home. 5.5 the total. Game 7. The winner gets to go on to face the Dallas Stars. Do we get to release the Kraken? I know they've been a really, really good road team. I like the Kraken. Let's hear it, Nick.
I'm on the Avs -1, and I'm going to put the puck line up on the site. And I'm sorry. This is just one of those where I expect experience to take over. The Kraken, this is one of those years where they're happy to be there. And the Avalanche are going to, I think, take over this series and take over this game. I like the -1. I got that at $1.34 last night when I did the free pick video. And maybe I'm not the fun one because this is the this is the Kraken's first playoff series or whatever. I can care less. The Kraken need to learn that you don't win playoff series in your second season. You got to wait a little bit longer than that. Obviously, Golden Knights. The Golden Knights, when they made the Stanley Cup, probably was the worst thing that could have happened to that franchise because I think that set them back years because they keep buying players and buying players. Once that window closes on Vegas, they're going to be terrible for years. Like that team has no prospects. They have no cap and all that. Kraken, take a little bit more time. You don't want to be like the Golden Knights because the Golden Knights are going to be screwed in a few years. You want longevity. You want a team that can compete for years. Keep the path that you're going on right now. You don't need to make a deep run this year. Would it be fun for your fans? Sure. Would it be fun for the team? Sure. This is not the team I think can make a deep run. You're going to need a better goaltender. Grubauer has been good, but I don't trust him for this game. And I prefer Georgiev in this matchup, and I prefer the Avalanche, who have been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and we'll be moving on to the next round to face the Dallas Stars. So I like the Colorado Avalanche on the -1 line. I'll put up the puck line on the site.
I already put it up for you. You suck. It's fine. I guess I'm rooting for the more fun team because you gotta think I don't have money on it. I'm just trying to have fun. I want to have fun watching hockey this year, watching the playoffs this year instead of betting all of it. Besides betting the Leafs to win the cup. And Vegas to make it to the cup. Well, technically, on my futures Twitter post, I have Vegas winning the cup at 12-1. I have the Leafs winning the East at 5-1, and I have them both playing in the finals at 50-1. So those were those, but
I think the Knights go down next round. I really like Edmonton, and I have Edmonton futures. So
I know you do. It's fine. We will head to the NBA. We'll go over this game first, Nick.
Yeah, let's get into it here. We have the New York Knicks. They're 5-point favorites, total of 208.5 in this game. Actually, this line's moved up to 209 now. This line opened up at Knicks -4.5, and it's moved up half a point towards the Knicks to 5. And this line opened up at 206.5, and it's now at 209. So this line's moved up 2.5 points. Let's take a look here on the spread. 52% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the Knicks, which makes sense that this line's moved up half a point because of that. 57% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the over in this game, which makes sense. The line's moved up 2.5 points. And my thought process behind this series is I like the Knicks in 5. I think the Knicks cruise in this series because I think when it comes to 8 seeds, if they make it past the first round, I don't think an 8 seed or maybe only 1 or 2 8 seeds in NBA history have made it to the conference finals. So I do think this is the series that the 8 seed, the Heat, gets stopped. I think the Knicks are going to be too much for them, and I think the Heat are a very similar team to the Cleveland Cavaliers, which we just saw the Knicks take care of business against. The Knicks, I believe, were the best first half team in basketball this year. They were a good first quarter team. They were a great first half team. And I'm going to go ahead and back the Knicks here. I'm going to back them early in this game. I'll take the Knicks first quarter at -1.5, and I'll take the Knicks first half at -2.5. Because I know you put up the opposite side full game, so obviously I can't do that. But I think the Knicks are leading at halftime. I think the Knicks dominate this series, and reality hits in after a massive upset for the Heat in the first round. I think reality hits for them here, and I like the Knicks in this series. I like the Knicks in this game to get it started. -1.5 for the first half, -2.5 for the full game. -1.5 first quarter, -2.5 for the first half.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to look at was injuries. Bam Adebayo is probable, so he's probably going to play. Julius Randle's questionable, and that's the big deal for me. If there's no Randle for the Knicks, it's going to be very tough to slow down Bam Adebayo. And that's my big thing here. Originally, I looked at this game. I went, wow, the Knicks get to go up against the Cavs part 2.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. Because the Heat were a very good defensive team, and they were very shaky on offense. So originally I went and looked at it and went, you know what? I might like the under in this game. I did not end up betting the under. Actually, at this point, I would be looking towards an over.
I would look towards the over in this game as well.
I think the Heat are able to keep this one close. I think it's a one-possession game. The Knicks could win, but I think the Heat cover the 4.5, 5. So I did grab the Heat in this one. Jimmy Butler has been the second best player in the playoffs. He's been the best player in the playoffs so far. And it's going to be very tough for me to go against him right now. And because the big thing is when you get a hot player, that's not something I want to fade. So I'll go ahead and grab Jimmy Butler. Bulls legend Jimmy Butler. I don't know if Joe Kryptonite's in chat.
He is.
Bulls legend Jimmy Butler in the Heat today.
Fair.
Let's go back to the chat. Ooh, where do we leave off? That's a lot of comments. On props right now, they have Curry over a 0.5 point. That's free. Over. I'm guessing that's 20.5.
Or that could be Prize Picks as a free square.
Oh, okay. It's a free square. Okay, gotcha. What's up, fellas? NBA pod. New York Knicks first half -2.5.
Love it.
As long as Heat finish the game down 4 or less, I'm good to go. Let's go. I love the Avs tonight. I like the Kraken. That's just me. Billy, my guy. Avs time. I can see it. Yep. Experience will take over in the Warriors game. No. Steve Kerr knows what to do and how to get to get a win. He's done it before. Kings don't have Curry. No, Kings have a guy named De'Aaron Fox, which is the only reason why they're still in the series. And in case you didn't know, the Warriors are 12-32 on the road. You can't just turn that on. Jamal Murray came through on my props for his over 23 points for me. Was huge in game 1. He is the definition of him. So there you go. Yo. What's up, Joe? Joe, I'm with you. I get it. Panthers in round 2 would make things way more interesting. No, I think
Yes,
I think a Boston Maple Leaf series would be fantastic. But I feel like Maple Leafs, I don't want to say they need Florida, but it would make it a lot easier, obviously.
They do have demons. They do have demons with playing Boston in the playoffs. I mean, they can't get past.
With playing anybody in the playoffs, Nick. Vegas gets destroyed round 2. No,
I agree. I think Bruce Wallace can be left out to dry with McDavid, Draisaitl, and the boys.
That's fair. You got the under in the Cubs. I could see the under in the Cubs game. Yes, wasn't a great night, but Schneesen Leopards won as an underdog this morning and going to the finals. Nice. My Golden Bulls. I'm on Heat, Golden State, and have the under in the Avalanche game locked in. Heat, yes. Golden State, no. And have the under. Sure. Curry points on props over a half. That's a steal. Yeah, I think it's a free square or something. It's got to be. There's no way that's an actual thing. I like Warriors too. Do you like them both overs as well? I would lean over. Yeah, I would lean over in both games, but I love the Kings today. Took Knicks to win the chip in November at 20,000.
Yeah, that's definitely looking a lot better now. They also were given, I think, a gift playing Miami in the second round.
Can I say, at that number, I would take the Heat to win the series and kind of hedge myself out.
No,
plus 1,800 for that now. By the way, you know who the favorite to win the NBA Finals is now, Nick?
Boston
plus 135.
I think they lose this series.
Nuggets and Suns are both 550. Personally, I like the Heat and Bulls legends Jimmy Butler to win this series. Yes. Best player in the playoffs. Yep. The one that's playing the best at the moment, 100%. Him, De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray. Those are your top 3 for the playoffs right now. What up? I'm not making a play in the NBA totals. There you go. Yeah, Murray is him. Back from that nasty ACL injury. Looks like Bubble Murray. I love to see it. You know Golden State wins today. No, they do not. If they were to win, we'll jump in that in a minute. I think Knicks could take game 1, but what's the status on Randall? He got hurt in the last game. He is questionable for this game. Let's talk about this one, Nick, because you guys know how I feel about this game.
Yeah, we have the Golden State Warriors at the Sacramento Kings. The Kings 1-point favorites in this game. That line has dropped a half point since typing up this line. Line opened up at Warriors -1, and the line's flipped.
Dog to a favorite.
1 to a 1. I don't know how much you can truly read into that.
It's the same thing as a -1, a plus 105 to a -110.
Fair. See if the money correlates with that one there. On the spread, 41% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on Sacramento. Makes sense. Split down the middle, though, for the total here. 50% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the under. The lines moved a point towards the under here in this one. I'm personally not playing this game. I'm going to ride out my future on Golden State and hope they make it into the second round. And hopefully this sets up for a Warriors-Nuggets Western Conference Finals. So I have both sides of the matchup to go to make the finals. I would love for that. But that being said, no playing this one for me. I'm gonna just watch and hope the Warriors win.
I got the Kings plus 260 to win the series, so I'm riding that. I'm also I'm just taking the Kings outright today on the site too, -115. I like this Kings team. And this is a Warriors team that cannot win on the road. I don't care what experience you've got. You've got 12 wins on the road this year. One of them's in the series. I'll give them that. If the Warriors wanted to close out this series, they missed their opportunity. They should have done it game 6 when they were a 7.5-point favorite. Instead, they got blown out. I think the Kings take care of business here at home. Like the beam, go on. I think if the Kings win this game today, it's Kings in 5 versus the Lakers. I truly feel like the Kings are that good of a team, and I want to make the resemblance to it, Nick. I think the Kings are the Kraken.
They both fall in Game 7. Yes.
No, I think they both win, but that's not the point. Give me the Sacramento Kings to cash my $260 to win the series prop.
Fair.
Yeah, Nick's an idiot. So, do you like Panthers? Yes, Panthers. Randall's unlikely to play. There you go. He also missed last game, so I'm not really as worried about fading the injury report there. Same, Nick, same. Have we seen the Padres total? 20.5. Yeah, give me the over. Not really. Warriors money line. Yeah, everybody's on the Warriors. That's fine.
It's not. The tickets are about split. That doesn't work that way.
Oh, I haven't seen anybody in the chat that said Kings yet. So, let's go to the Diamond for some games, Nick, because we get to start off with the Cubs and the Marlins. This is a Cubs minus 160 with a total of 8.
Yeah, this line opened up at minus 135 for the Cubs, and it has skyrocketed. It's now minus 171 for the Cubs. So this line's moved 36 cents in the direction of Chicago. Total opened up at an 8, minus 115. It's up to an 8.5 at minus 105. 95% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on Chicago, which makes sense for a 36-cent line movement. If you like Chicago, sayonara, you missed your line. 75% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the over in this game. Lines moved up half a run. This game has no appeal to me whatsoever. I was leaning. I mean, if you wanted the Cubs, you've missed your line, and I just passed on the game. Everything makes sense to me, and I didn't see an edge in this one, so no play.
Was there supposed to be weather in this game?
I can look up the weather, because this is not a.
Oh, it's in
game.
Miami.
Nope,
it's not in Chicago. Never mind.
It's a dome.
My bad. I thought it was in Wrigley. My bad.
Other Chicago.
It was the other Chicago, because I remember you mentioned a Chicago team was going to have weather issues today. So
65% chance of rain in the south side.
Yep. At the end of the day, I can't go after it now. I wanted the Cubs, except for I just didn't jump on it early enough. There's no value in jumping on that now. So as much as I would love to bet the early game, there's no value. I'm not going to go after it. I got a soccer game I could sweat out. Same game, parlay, Bruins with over. No. Nope. No Panthers. Nerfy in the Cubs game. Sure. Except for I don't like doing Nerfies with, and you could ask Richie, don't like to do Nerfies with Marlins games.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds. Apparently Yerfies in Marlins games was very profitable. Was close yesterday. There you go. Marlins scored in the bottom of the first with 2 outs. That's
always.
No one's on the Kings because it's a losing ticket. Oh yeah, guaranteed to be a losing ticket. I mean, can it? They have no chance today. Timmy.
By the way, the statement that nobody's on the Kings is wrong. 42% of the tickets. That's not nobody. If it was nobody, it'd be 14% of the tickets, 20% of the tickets. That's not nobody.
All right. Well, I wasn't referring to the tickets. I was referring to the people in the chat that everybody loves the Warriors today.
I know. It's just that's a very limited sample size, and that's a fallacy saying that everybody's on the Warriors.
Okay. Relax. I didn't realize you were going to get all defensive over your Warriors. My bad. I'm sorry. Sunday baseball almost always has significant variance. It's not a time to bet big favorites. Correct. You can do Cubs and Twins 2-legger. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Durant shits the bed every year when he's the best player on the team, and his teams are favorited to win their conference almost every year. Yeah. It is what it is. All the way turned up West Side remix. Let's go. Let's get it. Soldier Boy, tell him. Okay. Let's head to this game, Nick, and I like this game.
Marquee matchup of the day, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Washington Nationals. I really can't joke around about that because the Pirates are actually good this year, which is weird.
For right now.
But for right now. Obviously, that could change. Let's take a look at where this line has moved. This line opened up at Pirates minus 139. It's now Pirates minus 137. So a 2-cent line movement towards Washington in this game. Kind of interesting there. And as for the total in this game, it opened up at an 8.5. It's now at an 8. It opened up 8.5 minus 120. It's 8 minus 120 now. So a half run line movement there. 59% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the Pirates, yet this line's moved a penny or 2 cents towards the Nationals since the line is open. Josiah Gray is somebody I usually trust more on the road than at home, though. That's the thing. And 67% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the under, which explains the line move from the 8.5 down to the 8. Look at this game for me. This is probably another pass to start the day. I really don't have an interest in this one. Also, keep in mind this game has 88% chance of rain. I don't know why I'm breaking into this too much. This game's getting rained out. No play for me.
There you go. I will say real quick, Jeremy Swayman is your likely goaltender today.
Yep, I saw that.
Just figured I'd throw that one out there. Anyways, I like Pittsburgh. I'm not going to dig too much into this one because this one could get rained out. Pittsburgh's a hot team. And when it comes to it, I want to go for teams going for sweeps. Let me see. Was there anything for that in that game? Technically, if I wanted to go for a team going for a sweep, Marlins would be the team going for the sweep. So I'd actually, you know what? I like the Marlins. And I like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going for a sweep. This team has won 11 out of their last 12, Nick. Their one loss, they are up 7-2 against the Dodgers and blew it. They could have easily had a 12-game winning streak right now. This team is hot, and there's no reason for me to fade them right now. And Liverpool has already scored 3 minutes into the game. That is fantastic. I like Pittsburgh. Run line in this one. When it comes to it, I think they get the job done again. I want to back the teams that are hot. That's how
I don't want to touch a run line, especially putting that up on the site, because I don't think this game makes it past more like 6 innings. And then we'll get screwed because if it's 4-3 in the 6th inning, then we're kind of screwed.
Correct. Do you want to go through the chat real quick? I'm going to go complain to the group chat that Liverpool scored.
Where did we leave off? There we go. I bet the Warriors first quarter, but an older team like Golden State at the end of the series with a quick turnaround from Game 6 to Game 7 will likely tire. These are veterans. They've been there. They've done that. I don't read too much into that particularly. Whoa, Cam with the $9.99 donut saying, "Get it!" Appreciate it, Cameron. Appreciate the support of the channel there.
Thank you, Cameron. Let's get it today.
Let's get it. Brandon Katz, Green, and Thompson will likely be gone next year if the Warriors lose today. This game may be the end of the Warriors. I disagree with that because they are silently still building a really good team of replacements.
Well, okay.
Guys.
It's not going to be the end of the Warriors. It could be the end of
the Thompson Green era, yeah.
But this Warriors team has done a fantastic job, and it's 2-0 Liverpool. This team has done a fantastic job drafting. So
yes. Pirates to the offs. Let them in. Yeah, I'm taking the Nats money line here. I would lean Nationals, I think, with that line movement. If Nerfy wins in Cubs, Marlins, I'm putting the winnings on Marlins money line. There you go. I'm on the under in the next game. I lean over in that game. I like the over in the Kings game. All right. Bad weather in Florida. It's a dome. And win. Under 8 in the Nats Pirates game. See it. Now I see Jordan Poole might be out of there next season.
No, Jordan Poole's there for long term.
Yeah, Curry's gonna be 35. The Warriors gave $30 million a year. Gave Poole $30 million a year. He can't defend anyone. The Warriors aren't going to be contenders next year.
They still will, but they'll have a different. Their team will look different next year.
They won't care when they win another chip this year. So
they're not winning a chip this year. let's keep on rolling. We'll go to this game.
Yeah. The Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Guardians. The Red Sox minus 115 favorites in this game with a total of 8.5. We have Logan Allen and Chris Sale, your pitching matchup here. This line opened up at minus 141. It's dropped 21 cents towards the Cleveland Guardians. It's now minus 120 for the Red Sox. So definitely a nice line movement there in favor of Cleveland. The line's gone from 9 to an 8.5. So a half run line movement towards the under. Let's see if that correlates here. As we have 56% of the tickets, 68% of the cash is on Cleveland. The Lions move that way. I lean Cleveland in this game. If I had to get involved with a side, I don't know if we can particularly trust Chris Sale and things along those lines. Line opened up at a 9. It's down to an 8.5. 45% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the under. So that makes sense to me. I may be boring, but I have no interest in the first 3 games here.
I believe a team's going for a sweep here. Let's see. Am I right? Or nope. They split the first 2. I like Boston. Except for I just don't want to back Chris Sale. That's my big thing is I just don't want to back Chris Sale. And it's Logan Allen for Cleveland, who has made 1 start in his career, went 6 innings, 1 earned run, 5 hits against the Marlins. So he had a good first career start. Maybe an under in this game. It's dropped from 9 to 8.5. Where's all the money in on for the total, Nick?
45% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the under.
Okay. I kind of like the under in this game.
That would be my lean if I had to bet a total in this game, but I'm just staying off.
Nothing for the first 3 games. It is what it is.
Sundays are tricky. I'm not a fan of Sundays. I'm not limiting myself on Sundays.
What up, Earle Bros? I hit the like an adult. Warriors are done winning chips. I sure hope so. Like the over, sure. Golden State depends heavily on 3-point shooting. They'll be impacted more than Sacramento by the quick turnaround in the early start at the end of the long series. I hope so. Or Cleveland team total over. I could see that. I like Chris Sale. I don't know why, but the new kid for Allen looks good. Yeah, he does. Red Sox lineup. Chris Sale has been getting rocked. Cleveland, don't sleep on them. Oh, I'm sleeping on them. They suck. Pass. The Warriors will be impacted by a long series. Chris Sale will sail probably. How do you feel about the Heat today? I like the Heat. Nick does not. Boston team total. Sure. That's fine. I don't like a side. There you go. Let's head to this game, which I kind of like. I kind of like the total for it.
Yeah, a trend points one way for the total in this game. The line move points the other way. All right, so Toronto opened up at a minus 165 favorite. They're now minus 202, so a pretty significant 37-cent line movement towards the Jays in this game. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 125. It's now a 9.5 at minus 102 in this game. Let's take a look at where the money has come in on this game here, as we have 72% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. The line's moved 37 cents towards the Blue Jays. There's been some massive line movements here for today's slate, where if you like a team, you've kind of missed your line. Feels like on most of these. 48% of the tickets, 54% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved up, which is telling me my first potential play of the day here. And here's the thing, though, that makes this tricky, is that there is a 0-9-1 trend pointing the opposite direction. The Blue Jays are 0-9-1 in their last 10 games over under, and the line is telling me over. It's Marco Gonzalez and Chris Bassett. Bassett has settled in a little bit since giving up 9 earned runs in his first start, two in the His second start against LA, 2 in his third start against the Tigers, shutouts the Astros, and gave up 2 against the White Sox. Marco Gonzalez on the other side has been pretty decent as well, 2-0 with a 3.32 ERA. He gave up 4 runs in his first start against the Guardians, and since then he's not given up more than 2. So this is an interesting matchup here, and I'm going to go with the market movements. I'm going to trust the market on this game here. I'm going to take the Blue Jays and the Mariners over the total of 9.5. Actually, this line's dropped to a 9, back down to a 9 actually. Bet online. That's interesting. Yeah, it just dropped back down to a 9. This is tricky. This is really tricky. Huh?
I had it clicked in, ready to go, and I clicked it in.
Okay, I'll take the over then. I'll take over 9 at -120.
This is a 1-0 game going into the 10th inning, Nick. Yeah, give me the over today. I think the Blue Jays hit them, and maybe we might get some offense out of Seattle for once. They have not been good offensively, but I see this one as a higher scoring game. I would also look towards Toronto run line, just because if we've seen a team that can hit a little bit better, it's Toronto right now. Toronto is clearly the better team right now. Plus, Rodriguez, J-Rod, most likely will be out today. So that's another piece on the offense that we'll see. But I like the over in this one. I got it 9 at 115 on the site. So let's run with the over in this game, Nick.
All right, sounds good.
Only one team has a legend. That's Bulls legend Jimmy Butler. Thibodeau is a good defensive coach. He'll trap and double Butler. He's not going to let one player beat the Knicks. Okay. Miami was much better at home this year. Cool. Actually, no, they sucked on the road this year, at home this year against the spread. One of the worst teams against the spread in general. Mariners are tied now with the Tigers for the least amount of hits in the majors. That's an interesting stat. He's a good coach. He didn't make any adjustments against the Knicks. Okay. We'll head to this game, Nick, which I like. I can go after 2 different plays in this one.
Yeah, Baltimore Orioles are at the Detroit Tigers. The Orioles $1.45 road favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. And let's take a look at the line history in this one here, as we have Kyle Bradish and Spencer Turnbull, your pitching matchup here. This line opened up at -147. It's now dropped 1 penny towards the Tigers. It's now -146 for the Orioles. The initial line move was an 18-cent line move towards the Tigers. The original line move, 55 minutes after the line opened up, went from -147 to -129. So big money came flowing in on the Tigers right away. It did get up to a -158 at one point, but it's back down to 146. So 1 cent line movement towards the towards the Tigers since opening. Line opened up at an 8.5 -105. It's 8.5 -106 now. 83% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on Baltimore. And 44% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on the under. Lines moved a penny towards the over. I could lean towards an over in this game. But I think my favorite play for this one here is going back to exactly what I had yesterday. I'm going to take the Detroit Tigers in the first 5 innings in this one. And you can get that for +128. Tigers first 5 +128.
All right, I'm against you. I would go Baltimore run line. I like the over. I think both pitchers get hit today. I think we get a good performance by one of the better offenses in baseball, which is Baltimore. Pulling up their stats in terms of numbers. 6th in runs this year, 5.26 a game, and they are allowing up 4.26 a game. So it's a team that goes over a bunch there. What are they to the over? 16, 10, and 1 to the over. I like the over, and I like Baltimore in this one. Any of those? I know you're on Tigers. Any thoughts on the total?
Slight lean towards the over.
All right, I'm gonna load up the over just so we can have a couple of baseball plays. By the way, 3-0 Liverpool. So it's gonna end up being a 2 and 3 day on the site. Down 1.24. On to the next.
How much longer are we trying this soccer experiment for?
I'm having fun with it. Stop it. It's actually not going horribly.
Mm-hmm.
But over in the Baltimore game today. Back to the chat now.
Yeah. Miami was bad against the spread at home and on the road. They were much better at home. They were 27-14 at home, 17-24 on the road in the regular season.
Cool.
There's rain on the East Coast. Some of the games will be impacted by weather. They absolutely will. And this is, I don't think, one of those games. It is not one of those games. There is 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing out, but there is no precipitation on the field.
And there's supposed to be a sold-out crowd in Detroit of about 12 people. So,
correct. We have the next matchup here. This one we won't spend too much time on because there's 65% chance of rain in this game. So I don't know if I'm going to get involved with this game. That being said, the Tampa Bay Rays are at the Chicago White Sox. The Rays are $1.90 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the number here. This line's actually dropped. This line opened up at a 171. It's gone up 8 cents since line opened up to a minus 178. This did go up to a minus 202 at one point. It's come back down. Plenty of buyback on the White Sox here. Opened up at a 9, and it's moved down to an 8.5 in this game. 94% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the Rays. The line's moved 8 cents towards them since the opening line, but a lot of buyback. 60% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the over. The line's dropped half a run. Rasmussen and Clevenger, I kind of like. I like Rasmussen. I can get a 4.5 for this game. I'm grabbing the first 5 under at 4.5 minus 105. Bad weather, I think, can help contribute to an under in this one as well. I think that definitely helps us. So I'm on the first 5 under 4.5 at $1.05.
Yeah, I have zero interest in an under. Sorry. For this one, Tampa run line and the over. I see nothing that wants to push me towards it. We've seen 3 games so far this series. Oh, by the way, Tampa Bay going for the sweep, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty self-explanatory because the White Sox have lost 10 straight games, 12 out of 13, and 15 out of 17. This team is 2 and 15 in their last 17 games. And they can't win with anybody on the mound. This series between them and the Rays has gone 3 games, and they are getting outscored 27-8. I want the Rays run line minus 119, and I would just 114. I can get, and I think this game goes way over, Nick. I'm sorry. I just see the Rays piling it on Rays run line.
I don't know if this game gets played.
Yeah,
and I don't want to lay a run line on a game that might not get played because
we're gonna end up not touching this game. But if it gets played, it's gonna end up finishing 12-3 again.
We'll see.
So
yesterday it was 3-0 heading into the 7th. I think we could see something very similar and then take over on the bullpen. The market's telling me that these pitchers pitch well. Also, the weather I think could have some impact as well.
At the end of the day, this game's probably gonna get postponed, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Would you take the under for Jimmy Buckets? No.
Yeah. Everybody's hyping him up after last series. Everybody saw what he did last series.
He's the only piece on this offense, so no. Champions League is way better than Premier League. The top teams are almost always motivated every game. I do EPL because I could put it up on the site. So that's the only reason why. Bjork, the Knicks will most likely double Butler, but both teams have extra rest coming into this one. I would wait until the game. Yeah, there you go. We got a bunch of games still to go.
Yeah, the Minnesota Twins are minus 210 favorites against the Kansas City Royals. Total 7.5 in this game. Brady Singer, Sonny Gray, your pitching matchup here. The line opened up at a minus 225. It's dropped 20 cents towards the Royals. It's now minus 205 for the Twinnies. And this total opened up at an 8.5, an 8. It's now a 7.5. So it's dropped half a run towards the under. It was plus 105 for the over 8. So I don't know how much we can truly read into that. And the line move makes sense for the total, not for the side, though. 93% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the Twinnies, and the lines move 20 cents towards the Royals. And 42% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the under here. We have Brady Singer, probably the best pitcher for the Royals. And we have arguably the best pitcher for the Twins pitching today, too. Sonny Gray has been phenomenal this season.
I was going to say arguably one of the Cy Young candidates for this year.
3-0 of the .62 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP. Singer has a 6.67 ERA, but yet the line that line move is confusing me though. Singer much better in his last start. Gave up 1 earned run over 6 innings pitched, 5 hits against the Diamondbacks. He got lit up in his previous 3 starts before that. I think this is a spot where Singer can start getting back on track for the season here. Let's take a look what you can get here. First, all right, that's where I'm going to end up going in this game. I'm going to take the Royals in the first 5 innings plus a half a run at plus 120. I could see both these pitchers dealing, and the line move is telling me under a little bit, but I'm going to go Royals first 5 plus a half. I think that plays a little bit into the under in this one. I think the line move's telling you that the Royals are live in this game.
All right. No, we're just not going to agree on anything today. I like the Twins. You get Sonny Gray, who's been phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And you get the Twins who just lost to these Royals yesterday. Yep. I do like the under as well, Nick. I will say maybe we grab the under because I see Sonny Gray just shutting them down. I don't see Kansas City scoring at all today. Like I would take Kansas City team total under 1.5 or whatever. Yeah, I would take them under a half to be honest. I think they get shut out today. So I'm gonna take the under. You said you were good with that?
I lean that way, yeah.
We'll go ahead and take the under 7.5 in this game. I think Sonny Gray shuts them down.
Fair.
Go back to the chat.
The betting market has no respect for Florida. Bruins only plus 210 to win the East. Yeah, Bruins were overwhelming favorites though. The market's not efficient. It's funny though. Yeah, I think there may be value on Florida to win the East. Looking at it, because who do they have to go through in order to win the East? They would have to go through
Toronto,
or they would have to win tonight against Boston, beat Toronto. Doable. I think that's definitely doable.
Yeah.
And then after that, they would have to play Carolina or New Jersey or New York. I think that would probably be the winner of Game 7 tomorrow. I don't see Carolina making it past the second round. And regardless of who wins the series, Devils and Carolina, or Devils in New York, I think they win that series, and I'll probably look to back them in that series because they'll probably get a decent price because 4 games will be in Carolina. So if it's Rangers, Panthers, or Devils, Panthers, that could be an interesting series for the Eastern Conference Finals. We got to keep in mind, let's not sleep on Florida real quick. This team won the President's Trophy last year. Granted, that team looks a little bit different now with Kachuk instead of Huberdeau and Weegar. But they were the President's Trophy winners last year. Carolina never wins the East, exactly, but Toronto is tough. Toronto gets to play with no pressure now that they got out of the first round. Exactly. I think Toronto can beat Boston or Florida in the second round. I do. Now that they got that monkey off their back. And I was saying this heading in. That was just a blind bet against Toronto to prove me wrong. I said Toronto was the better team. And I said it was more of a mental thing than a physical thing. But back to baseball. The Milwaukee Brewers are $1.20 favorites against the LA Angels. Total 9.5 in this game. I think the Brewers have won the first 2 games of this series. This line opened up at $1.29. It's now $1.23. So it's moved 6 cents towards the Angels in this game. And the line opened up at a 9. It's gone up to a 9.5 for a couple minutes. Went back down to a 9 and back up to a 9.5. So since the line is open, it's gone from a 9 minus 120 to a 9.5 minus 110. Half run line movement towards the over. Let's take a look here as we have 49% of the tickets and 64% of the cash coming in on the halos here. Lines move 6 cents in the direction. And we have 69% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is on the under. And the lines move towards the over. So the market's showing no fear towards this under money. And I'm going to show no fear towards the under here. I'm going to take the over in this game. LA Angels, Milwaukee Brewers, over 9.5 at minus 110. When we look at it here, we have Rhea and Suarez. 2 pitchers I'm not particularly thrilled about. Colin Rhea is 0-1 with a 5.17 ERA. He's had 3 starts this year. He's pitched 15 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 4, 4, and 1. So 4 runs back-to-back starts he's given up. And on the other side, Suarez has been lit up this year. 4 starts for him. He gave up 7 earned runs to the Athletics last start. Only gave up 2 against the Yankees, but 4 against Washington and 7 against 6 earned runs, 7 runs against the Mariners. So he's getting lit up against teams that can't hit. I mean, the Oakland Athletics can semi-hit. They hit lefties really well, actually, Oakland. But he's getting hit against the Oaklands of the world, the Nationals of the world. I think the Brewers get to him today. I have no interest on the side. I like the over 9.5 in this game at minus 110. I think both these pitchers get touched, and so does the markets.
Yeah, I'm on that. I've already put it in over 9.5 minus 105. Even that, even when these guys go out, I think the bullpens give up runs. These are 2 teams that we've seen a little bit offensively from Milwaukee, which is a little bit different because I didn't expect them to put up runs like they have this year. And the Angels, I'm always down for an over in an Angels game because they're going to let up runs. Yeah, I'll ride with you over in the Angels Brewers game. Nothing crazy. You've already tagged on the pitchers. Not really super high on them. I think we get at least 5 runs each. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Back to the chat. Toronto can challenge Boston if Samsonov plays elite. I don't trust him. I think Toronto can beat Boston. Road Warriors today. Let's effing go. We end this ish today. I'm not playing. I'm serious. Not your regular scheduled message. What's up, guys? What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button. People, show some creation. Subscribe and share. Timmy NBA. Let's do it. Knicks first quarter, first half, full game. I'm on the
first quarter, first half there.
I'm on the Heat today. Warriors trifecta. That is a loser. Suns let you down last night. Why are you betting the Suns? I told you Nuggets last night. What are you doing? Nuggets best team in the West. It's good for the NBA for the Warriors to lose. People are sick of them, and the NBA doesn't make NBA market doesn't sell small market teams like they do, like Sacramento. Yeah,
I 100% disagree with that. I'm not talking about the teams for a second here, Tim. I'm talking about ratings. If you're the NBA, who do you want to win this game?
The Warriors.
The Warriors. Because now you can ultra hype up Warriors Lakers. Like how that's the NBA's wet dream right there, is to have the Warriors and the Lakers. Because you can hype up LeBron versus Curry and all that. How much can you hype up Lakers versus Kings? An up and coming team.
Hey,
decent prospects. I'm just speaking from the NBA's perspective. I'm not speaking from the team perspective.
All right. We'll put it in another facet. NHL. Wouldn't the NHL love to hype up the Kraken, a brand new team?
It's the same thing. You would get better ratings with the defending Stanley Cup champions.
Okay.
Just like you get the same ratings with the defending NBA champions.
That's fair. Suns ran out of gas in the fourth. They were done at halftime. That Denver altitude is no. The Denver Nuggets are no joke, Marcos. They're no joke. Pass. Warriors come out and play today. They come out and play for their last game. Yeah, for the last game of the year. No one hates the Warriors. No, there's plenty of people who are sick of the Warriors. Angels can see the over, yes. Angels Brewers get over it, yes. That's cool. I made y'all both smile and laugh at the same time. There you go. Lakers Kings is a rematch of the rivalry from the past. There you go. The Kings are much more exciting than the Warriors. I agree. A lot of people just don't know them because they aren't marketed. I agree. 100%. Stop. It's a short-term versus a long-term issue. It's better for the NBA long-term to market a young team like Sacramento. And it's the same deal with like Oklahoma City. Hype them up too. Because they in New Orleans. And try to hype up like Washington. I know Washington wasn't good this year. Try to hype up the smaller market teams. That's where you're going to try to make your money. Because sure, you can hype up the Warriors. You can hype up the Celtics, the Sixers, the Bucks. They're the best team in the league. They should already have hype behind them. I think it's a good thing for the NBA to look towards their smaller market teams as well.
Yeah. I was just speaking ratings wise.
100%. Let's keep rolling it because we're already it's already past noon.
Yeah, who cares? We're doing our own thing. We're good.
I
we have the New York Yankees. They're at the Texas Rangers in this one here. The Yankees up to a -120 now. Total of 8 in this game. Line opened up at -107 for the Yankees. It's now up to -121, a 14-cent line movement towards the Bronx Bombers. And we have a 16-cent line movement towards the over, as this over opened up at 8 -110. It's now 8 -126. And 73% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the Yankees, which makes sense for the 14-cent line movement here. And then we have 63% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the under, and the lines moved 16 cents towards the over in this one here, which is telling me that the over is probably the look, and they're expecting Perez to get hit a little bit here. That's kind of what this market's telling me. Let's take a look at what these pitchers have done this year. Cortez is 3-1 with a 3.49 ERA, 1.06 WHIP. He pitched okay in his last start, over 5 innings, gave up 3 earned runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. And then Perez, in his last start, faced Cincinnati. He went 6 1/3 innings, gave up no earned runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, pitched really strong, and the bullpen completely sold that game. As the Reds won that game 7-6. I think this game goes over. I think that's what the market's telling me in this one here, with all the money on the under and this line moved 16 cents towards the over. They're not afraid of your under money. They think that Perez gets touched in this game, and I think I kind of lean towards the Yankees team total over as well. But I'll just go with the full game over here. Yankees and Rangers over in this game. You can get that at an 8 -126.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with an over in a Yankee game right now. Actually, if anything, I would go towards the under. I like Texas in this game. They're going for the sweep, and this is a Yankee team that has no Stanton, no Judge, and you know what that means? No offense. They've got nothing right now. And we've seen it the past couple of days. They've put up 2 runs. And, sorry, it's not a sweep. I forgot. There was the first game where it was the Yankees, Texas, and it was 4-2.
Yep.
Where Garrett Cole pitched. I forgot it. But they lost the last 2 games. So pretty much since Judge went down. I don't trust this team without Judge. I would take the Texas Rangers at plus money. That's just me. So another game that me and Nick both disagree on. I'm on Texas and the under. I like the under in this game. I just don't see the Yankees scoring. Or Yankees team total under, if anything. But I know that's totally against what Nick just said. So, yeah. The Warriors are done. Curry's going to be 36. He's injury prone. The Warriors are never done. I'm never going to consider them done. But I'm hoping they are after tonight. We will see tonight. Yes, we will. Nerfy Cubs game? Okay. Markel, many people hate the Warriors. The national media never criticizes them because they love their trash. Far left. Okay, no, I'm not really doing any of that.
We're going to stop that right there.
We're going to stop it at that. All right. Either way, Kings wind. They ain't messing with the Lakers. No, it would be Kings in 5. Curry's rotation has been horrible. Poole and Curry can't defend. They can't play together against the Kings. Kings just have a really good offense. So, Kings are better than the Lakers. I agree. Yes, you did say Denver last time. You're right. Yeah, but to be fair, Marcos, I've been on the Nuggets the entire time. Definitely agree with Poole. I never liked Poole. Poole is going to be a solid player. He just needs to grow up a little bit more. He's still got a bunch of stuff to work on. I'm going to head out after that. Kings is better than the Lakers. I'm sorry. What did we miss this year? The in the NBA, they're the 3rd best record in the West. They're the 2nd best team in the West because they were better than Memphis. So, no, this Kings team is really good. Lakers are one Anthony Davis away from getting swept in the 2nd round. I agree with Nick. Everyone rather see Golden State versus LA than Sacramento and LA. All the casual fans, yes.
The ratings would be better. I'm just speaking on a ratings perspective. Absolutely, they would want Golden State.
There you go. Okay. Lakers bench is way stronger than the Kings bench. Is it though? Is it? Yes, 3K, yes, sir. I told everybody I seen a Suns jersey. They were going to lose. Let's get it. Golden State at +1 last night. Now it's +1.5. The Lakers' whole team is built around 38-year-old LeBron and injury-prone Davis.
Yep.
Leaving Arizona and betting a Arizona team. I was at the Arizona Diamondbacks Stadium yesterday. Diamondbacks money line. There you go. Honestly, who's stopping AD on the Kings and Braun? There's a guy named Debaton Sabonis. There you go. And Trey Lyles has been fantastic. Knicks first quarter under. I can see that. Warriors will never win anything paying Poole $30 million. He's the worst defender I've ever seen. That's fair. I definitely agree. Kings on first half and full game. Schroeder isn't healthy. The Lakers bench isn't good right now. Overpaid Poole. Let's go back to baseball, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies. Diamondbacks -120 road favorites in this game with a total of 12. In this one here. Let's take a look at the line movement in this one. It opened up at a 12.5. And at the opening line, at 13 minutes later, it was at 12. And it's basically stayed at 12 the entire time. It did dip up to 12.5 for 27-ish minutes from 8 a.m. to 8:27 a.m. and it's been right back to 12. So this line is kind of held put where it was. As for the total, as for the side, It opened up at minus 116 for the Diamondbacks. It's gone up 6 cents, my bet, to minus 122. We have 82% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks and only a 6-cent line move. I think that's kind of telling me Colorado's live in this game. 18% of the tickets, 39% of the cash is on Colorado. So the bigger bet's coming in on Colorado here with the Rockies. And then we have 47% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the under. Lines move towards the under. This is a tricky game. I'm leaning towards Colorado in this one here with Austin Gomber against Ryan Nelson. But Gomber is not somebody I particularly trust, and I think this game is just a pretty easy stay off. Gomber coming in off an awesome appearance his last game, which I think is actually going to keep me off him in this game because he went 5 innings, gave up no earned runs on 3 hits and 3 walks against the Guardians. Now he's back at home now. At home this year, he's been tagged up. He has been tagged up this year. 9 runs against the Pirates at home, and 5 runs against the Nationals at home. This is a pretty simple stay off for me. I have no interest in this game.
This series has been dominated by the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks are going for the sweep. They're minus 120 on the road. And I understand why. I feel like Arizona is getting a pretty similar treatment to Pittsburgh. They're not high on them yet. The books aren't buying in on them yet. I was high on Arizona coming into this year. I like Arizona money line. I know it's only a minus 120. This team is solid. Reed Nelson's been good enough this year. I'm not high on Gomber. And I'm not high on Colorado. I think Colorado is awful. I think this is another one of those high-scoring blowout Arizona wins. So I would grab the Diamondbacks. Sorry, the first place Arizona Diamondbacks. I like saying that still. It's funny. If we look at the playoff picture right now, 2 of the division winners would be Pittsburgh and Arizona. Beautiful. Love to see it. D-backs in this one.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I'm not on the same page here. But.
Come on, dude. I cashed a live under 17.5 in the Diamondbacks game last night. There you go. Diamondbacks, yes. Got to head out. Let's go Heat. Let's go Heat and Bulls legend Jimmy Butler. If AD plays the way he's supposed to play against Sabonis, that's barbecue chicken all day. Ooh, now I'm hungry for more chicken. My guy Tim said, yes, I agree. Warriors will come out to play their last game today. Yes, they're going to be their last game today. Correct. Mo. Come on, afternoon, gentlemen. Afternoon, touchable. Do y'all like the Pirates? I stayed off because it might be rained out. I would lean Pirates run line, but we didn't end up going after it. Nick, do you like Florida over 6?
I would lean that way.
There you go. Congratulations, Timmy. Leafs finally got the cookie. Hey, 4 down, 12 to go for the Leafs, 5 down, 11 to go for the Nuggets. I'm ready to hit my future. Which team did best in the draft? I paid 0 attention to it. Knows Butler well. He'll make Lowry and other Heat players.
The ultimate winners of the draft are the Seattle Seahawks because they signed C.J. Johnson and Holton Ahlers as undrafted free agents.
Did they actually?
Yes.
Let's go. I'm a Seattle fan. Let's get it.
So real quick, Tim, the players that signed from ECU, C.J. Johnson and Holton Ahlers are Seahawks. Noah Henderson, the offensive lineman, is a Buffalo Bill, and Deuce Keaton Mitchell is a Raven.
Awesome. Let's head to this game. This one should be fun.
Yeah, oh boy, here we go. Padres, Giants. Padres minus 145 favorites. Total of, yes, this is not a typo, 20. I think the last time I bet a total of 20 in a baseball game, it was the regionals last year, and it was Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I was about to say, I believe this is one of the highest totals for the MLB in their history.
I think this is the highest total in the MLB in their history. And there were some major adjustments to this line, and this is actually kind of interesting. This line's gone down a little bit. Now, obviously, yesterday this line opened up at 15 because the line was yesterday's game was 15. And then the overreaction to last night came in, and this line went all the way up to a 20.5 at one point. And last night, around where the game ended, this line went from 18.5 up to 20.5. And since then, it's come back down a run. I think we saw some pretty decent buyback here for the side. It opened up at minus 150 for the Padres. It's down to a 145. I really want nothing to do with the side here. I want to look more at the total in this game, and I would actually I lean Giants. I lean Giants in this game. 73% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Padres. The lines move towards the Giants. I'm not touching the side in that though. No. This total is split 50-50. 52% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the under, and the line, since it hit 20.5, has gone back down a full run. I'm not counting that this line opened up at 15. I think it opened up at 15 only because that was yesterday's total, and they didn't know what to do yet. And I think at this price, you kind of have to take a first 5 under in this one, because the first 5 under looks like a full game total at course. First 5 under 11. 11. I'm going to regret this when it's 7-5 in the third inning, but I'm going to take the under in this game. San Francisco and San Diego, first 5, under 11. I've got to take it. I'm sorry, Tim. An 11 and a first 5. You need over 2 runs an inning in order to hit that. And I think everybody's going to overreact a little bit to yesterday, and we're going to see this game finish under the total. Let's take a look. I kind of want to take a deeper dive into yesterday's game real quick for this one, because it was the Padres scored in every inning except for the 6th, and they put up crooked numbers in all those except for the 2nd. I don't think that continues again today. Now, it very well could, and I could be very well look very stupid if this game is 10-4 at the end of the 5th inning. But that being said, it's an 11. Yesterday it was only like an 8, so it was like whatever. I'm getting a Coors Field total as a first 5 total in this game. I'm going to go up against what we saw yesterday. You like to fade what we saw yesterday. We saw a home run derby yesterday. I'm on the under. First 5 under 11.
This is a whole different animal, Nick. This is a whole different animal. I like the over, and I would take alternative overs, like I said yesterday. I'm expecting another one of those games. Yesterday, we saw the 49ers and the Chargers finish 16. Oh, sorry, that was the Giants and Padres. There was 12 homers. There was 12 home runs yesterday. I will say,
do that again today. Like that.
Yes.
That's not sustainable.
Nick, what's the weather?
The weather in that game?
Yes.
7-mile-an-hour winds from the left to the right.
Weather, not the wind. Weather.
65 degrees.
Nice and warm. Nice and warm. Ball's gonna fly. High altitude. It's Coors Field on crack. It's going to be another one of those ridiculous games, Nick. And you could take the first 5 under trying to get cute. I don't think so. I will offer up something because I wanted to look at props. Do you want to take every single Padre in the starting lineup to get a run or an RBI? Plus 321. Or do you want to take it on the opposite side with the Giants? Every single Giant to have either a run or an RBI, plus 425. Yeah, it's that crazy in this game.
Coors Field, that's usually what, 8-1?
Something like that. No, Coors Field would be
$10
over a dime.
Yeah.
No, this one's going to go way over the total. Way over. But, hey, we could differ. That's fine. Should I stay off the over? No, the Bears. Eagles own the draft. They did. Do you have a play in the Florida game? I missed part of that show. Florida money line.
And the team total over.
Leafs to make conference. If it's Florida, if it's Boston, out in 7 maybe. No, I think they win either. Seattle effed up their draft by not taking Carter. Nerfy in the Cubs game lean under Marlins. I believe that Marlins game is already going on.
Yes.
And you've already got your Nerfy.
Really?
Was close yesterday. There you go. All right. And now you got to go. There you go. That San Diego game was one of the easiest overs I ever cashed if you laddered it. Yeah. I said ladder it all the way up as high as you can go, and it finished at 27 runs. I could see something similar today. I'm running Baltimore, Detroit, Nerfy as usual, and then Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Rays run line. I like them all. Yeah, they really buttered it down. Tim, we got the chef. He makes it look Seth Furless Drake said, I've been Seth Curry with the shot. Been cooking since with the sauce. Chef Curry with the shot, baby.
Did Marcos take crack?
Probably. It was a very happy Corbin day yesterday. Raised the Jolly Roger twice for the run line plus money. Yeah, the only thing was the what do you call it? Push. The total pushed. Under first 5-11. Ooh, that's high. Yeah, it is. Los Frades, Los Gigantes, in the highest scoring game today. Yes. Giants money line today. Sure, why not? 3 games left, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Reds and the A's, the marquee matchup of the day. And let's take a look at -150. Who thought we'd be laying -150 on the road with the freaking?
And I would.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't lay it. I would lead the run line.
Let's take a look at the way the line has moved in this game here, as we have Nick Lodolo versus what I'm hearing some people call Ken Waldicuck, because the guy's like, all right. -152 for the Reds is what it opened up at, and it's dropped a penny. Interesting. And we have 61% of the tickets, 64% of the cash is on the over. In this game, the line's dropped half a run. I think this may be a pretty easy stay-off spot, or kind of want to back the Oakland Athletics. Hear me out on this one. The Oakland A's hit left-handed pitchers. This is an Oakland team. If there's one thing they can do is hit left-handed pitching, because they suck at everything else, but left-handed pitching, for whatever reason, seems to be the only thing they can hit. Let's just take a look real quick at what they've done against left-handed pitching. Mueller, he was a lefty though, right? They only got 3 against. Yeah. Or no, they played. No, that was the pitcher on the mound for them. The last lefty they faced, they got a few runs. They scored 3 against Sandoval. Suarez, that was the game they won 11-10. Andrew Heaney, they got 3 runs. I'm trying to find lefties. They don't play many lefties. When they do, they usually their numbers are not bad against lefties, and that's, I think, the only time you truly want to back the Athletics here. Plus, do the Reds really deserve to be laying $1.50 at home? I may be a sucker for punishment here. I'm grabbing the Athletics first 5 innings.
I like the Reds run line in the over.
I'm grabbing the first 5 at +135. In Waldichuk we trust, but really in the bats we trust to hit Lodolo. Lodolo hasn't been the greatest this year. Like, this is I know a lot of people are high on him. I know me and you were decently high on him heading into the year. He is 2-1 on the year. I will give him that. But that is a very misleading stat. He's given up 6 and 8 in his last 2 starts against the Rangers and the Rays. After starting off the year pretty well, 2 earned runs against the Pirates, no earned runs against the Phillies, 2 earned runs against the Phillies. And then since then, he's gotten absolutely lit up and smoked. I think that could potentially continue today. I'm going to be on the Athletics first 5. I don't want anything to do with the total. I don't like that the line's moving down, even though the money's coming on the over. So this ended up being just the Oakland for me. Oakland first 5.
All right, then it's going to be a stay off game because I like the over and I like Cincy run line. You say that Oakland's going to hit, and yet you all right. I think it goes over. If Oakland's hitting, then so is the Reds because Waldichuk's not good.
Well, we saw last game go under.
Yeah, but I still, this is still a trend that I want to be going after is Oakland overs until further notice. They're still 18, 9, and 1 this year.
True.
That is 66%.
I can see that, yeah. It's just the line movement scared me off of that, but it is what it is.
I'm going to take the over. Okay. Over 8 at minus 105. We'll roll with that. You want to go back to the chat?
Yeah. Under first 5, that is high. That is really high. Los Frages and Los Gigantes highest scoring game today.
Yeah, we already saw that one. Sorry.
You both like the Orioles? I'm on the Tigers first 5.
I like the Orioles, but I'm high on the Orioles. Nick's a hater.
Yeah, sometimes, Nick. Waldichuk has been giving up the long ball. Yeah. Lodolo, K props, and Reds run line. How many runs can Waldichuk let Waldichuk up before they cash the over? Okay.
That was almost English.
It's how much wood could Woodchuck chuck if Woodchuck could chuck?
No, I know what he was going after.
Okay. Y'all plays just not connected today. No, Sundays are tricky, guys. Sundays are tricky. We'll move on. We have 2 games left? 2 games left. We have the Dodgers and the Cardinals here. Dodgers $1.45 favorites with a total of 10 in this game. Really? A 10? Woodford and Syndergaard. Never mind. I agree with that. We have this line opened up at a 138 for the Dodgers. It's now a 143, so a 5-cent line move towards the Dodgers in this one here. The line opened up at a 9.5. It's moved up to a 10. 69% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the Dodgers. The line's moved 5 cents. That makes sense to me. And the line opened up at a 9.5. It's a 10. 70% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the over. Makes sense to me. I'm staying off this game. No interest.
Yeah, I have no early interest in going after it. If anything, it's the Dodgers play. I believe the Dodgers are going for the sweep. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe so because they won 1-0 last night. Yeah, they're going for the sweep. And you've got a St. Louis team that's lost 5 out of their last 6, 7 out of their last 9, 9 out of their last 12. Just not a team that I'm really wanting to go after right now. So I'll go ahead and take a little bit of. I would go Dodgers in this one, but I'm not backing Syndergaard, so it's going to end up being a pass.
Fair.
Cardinals team total over? No. Although I know every time I see the name reminds me of silly Waldichuk rhyme. I got you. Lean under in the Dodgers. Yes, I would have to do that too. Final game of the day, Nick.
Yes. I kind of want to look into tomorrow real quick to see if these teams play at all. Yes, one travels, but that's going to be. Oh wow, we have a small slate tomorrow. Both teams play tomorrow. Both teams travel tomorrow. Yeah, no, my bad. The Astros stay at home. Here's the only difficult part about maybe the Astros. That Astros fade.
Mexico.
I don't want to do it tomorrow.
You know what we're going to do tomorrow?
From Mexico City.
You know what we're going to do with tomorrow? Under.
Yeah, I can see that. We'll get into that tomorrow. And the Dodgers get the Phillies tomorrow, which that should be interesting. But with that being said, let's get into this game. Sunday Night Baseball. Bailey Falter, Jose Urquidy, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at minus 144 for the Astros. It's now down to a 141. A 3-cent line move towards the Phillies. And this total opened up at an 8.5 minus 125, and it is stayed put at 8.5 minus 125. 74% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the Astros in this game, and the lines move towards the Phillies. And we have 81% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the over, and the lines stayed put. I'm going to look real quick to see. I believe the bullpen advantage, yes, goes towards the Houston Astros in this game, which makes me limit this game to the first 5 innings because I'm going to ring the bell on this one here. I like the Phillies in this spot in the first 5 innings at plus 120 for Sunday Night Baseball. And it's just a simple line move here. All the love is on the Astros, and I could see this game. I just need 5 innings from the Phillies. I don't trust them full game, but I'll take the Phillies in the first 5 innings.
I'll take the Phillies. They're going for the sweep. I'll always take the team going for. I want to go after the teams that are hot. I'm not interested in backing a team that's losing. The Astros haven't looked as good. They had their good series against the Braves. Now they're going to get swept by the Phillies. I'm going to go after the team that's hot, and for me that's the Phillies right now. Going for the sweep against them. I was not on the first 2 games of the series. By the way, Phillies 7 out of 8, winning 7 out of 8 games right now. So looking good right now. Give me Philadelphia to end the slate.
Yeah, I like it.
Consider winning. I'm not sure if future props are out yet, but Oilers, the underdogs to the Knights.
No, they're minus 153.
I was about to say, yeah, no, I'm on the come on, Knights.
The Knights are plus 133 occupancy. I think the Oilers in 6 for that series, and a lot of overs.
Knights in 4. Let's get it.
No,
okay.
They're not.
That is all the games for today. We'll go ahead and kind of end the stream out here. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out all the links in the description down below. Check out SeatGeek, picks and parlays, all of that stuff. The Ballin' Out show. Go leave a like on it. I went over 5 baseball games. We went over them here, but go ahead over there, leave a like on it. Show the boss man I'm doing a good job. Little bit of a recap for today. I like the Panthers and Kraken. I like both dogs in the NHL. And I like the Heat, and I like the Kings. And then I like a bunch of baseball plays. I like the Pirates run line if that game gets played. The over in the Blue Jays. I like the Orioles in the over. I like the Rays in the over. Rays would have to be a run line. Orioles would have to be a run line. Twins run line. Over in the Brewers game. I like the Rangers in the under. D-backs. Over in the Padres game. Over in the A's game along with the Reds run line. And then I like the Phillies.
Yeah, I'm on the Panthers money line and the team total over 2.5, and the Avalanche -1. In the NBA, Knicks first quarter -1.5, Knicks full first half -2.5. I think they probably win the game, and all that fun jazz. In the MLB, Seattle, Toronto over 9, Tigers first 5 money line, Chicago White Sox and Tampa Bay Rays first 5 under 4.5. Royals first 5 run line at plus 120. Then we got the Angels Brewers over 9.5. The Yankees Rangers over 8. San Fran San Diego first 5 under 11. Athletics first 5 money line plus 135. Phillies first 5 money line plus 120.
Right on. That's going to do it for today's show. Go ahead and head over to Oilers Devils if Avalanche. Come on, dude. That's going to do it for this episode of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Go check out Higgs' show. He's live now. We'll see you guys then.